special good morning to my scientists. Today is the 27th of May in the year 2020 and we're going to be doing science. What do you think is going to happen in our lesson today? Look at the pictures. What do you think we're going to talk about in our lesson? Okay, let's see if your guess is correct. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to define structure. That means you're going to be able to tell me what that word means, structure. Identify the materials from which selected structures are made and discuss the uses of the structures. Let's get into our lesson. So for today's lesson, you will need your looking eyes, your listening ears, and your thinking caps. We're going to review types of materials first, because we have covered types of materials before, so we're going to do a quick review to help you get your brain stimulated, help you to get your thinking caps working. Let's go. So our first material, what is it? It comes from these. It comes from trees. Okay, we turn it into this and we make different things with it. What material is it? It is wood. Great job. Do you have anything in your house that is made of wood? Nice. Let's look at the second material. Here we have various objects and they're all made from the same material. So what material is it? What material are these things made from? They are made from plastic. Nice work. Let's look at this material. This one is hard, it's shiny, it's sometimes very noisy, and all of these different objects are made from the material. We can't see through them. What material is this? We normally see these things having food, these cans normally having food. So what material is this? It is metal. Do you have anything in your house that is made of metal? Nice work. Our next material. Look at all the pictures. What material are they all made from? They are made from paper. Great. So all of these are made from paper, and this one, cardboard, is a type of paper, and you can even use your cardboard at home to build a castle like this. Maybe you can do something with it. So yes, these are made from paper. Next material we have here, different colors, different textures, different patterns. We normally use this to make our clothes. What material is this? It is fabric or cloth. Great work. And our next material, what material is this? It actually comes from a plant. It is rubber. So yes, rubber comes from a plant. It comes from the sap from a plant. And yes, our eraser is made of rubber. And of course, rubber bands are made of rubber. And the washers that you put in the pipe are indeed made of rubber. And the final material. Have you ever seen this material before? Can you bend it? Can you break it? Can you see through it? What material is this? It is glass. Yes, your marbles are made of glass. That's why they can chip and break. And our windows are made of glass. Why are they made of glass? So that we can see through them. Great. Do you have anything in your house that is made of glass? Nice work. Now we are going to look at a bird building a nest. That was it for our material review. We're going to look at a bird building a nest, and you're going to identify the materials that the bird is using to build its nest. What do you see here? Okay, you see some dried grass. Seems as if the bird is also putting some sand or some clay inside of the bottom of its nest. Alright. What other things do you know that birds build their nest with? Birds can build their nest with feathers. Sometimes they use feathers. Sometimes they find sticks and build their nest. And sometimes they find string. But this bird seems to be only using dried grass and some sand. Great job. So now for today's lesson, we are looking at structures. And a structure is an arrangement of materials. So that is why we reviewed the materials before. A structure is an arrangement of materials. Structures can be made up of different pieces of the same materials, and structures can be made up of different materials. So it could be made up of different pieces of the same material. So like the bird that we looked at just now, the bird built its nest with dried grass and sand, or it can be made up of different materials. So a bird can decide to build its nest with only sticks alone or only grass alone, or it can use a combination of different materials. But every structure has a special job to do. So what job does the nest have? The nest job is to protect the babies. This is a home for the baby birds. So a structure is an arrangement of materials. You see the bird arrange these materials in a way to make a nest. Great, and it has a special job to do. Let's continue looking at some structures. So here we have a beaver building a dam. Let's see what materials the beaver uses and how it arranges its materials. Do you think it's going to use one type of material or different types of materials? So what is it chewing at right now? It's chewing at a tree. Okay. Let's see what it's going to do. The tree fell. It's gnawing up some old trees. What is it going to do with these? So a beaver normally lives close to a pool of water, a river or something. And it's using the wood. What are the other things you see? I see other sticks, stones. Let's see what else it's going to use. And yes, they're good swimmers. Here, the beaver seems to be getting something off the floor. What is it using? Here it's using mud. It's using mud to pat down on his house. And it's using all of these materials to build a structure. So what materials have we seen? This is a structure, by the way. It is a beaver's dam. Do you see the dam? This is a dam that the beaver built. So it used wood, it used mud, moss, and stone to build its dam. So it used different materials and it arranged them in this way. So therefore this is a structure. Great job. And what do you think is the use of this material? This structure, my bad. This structure. What do you think the beaver is going to do with it? The beaver is going to live there. This is the beaver's home. So it built its home using different materials. Let's look at this one now. What animal is this? It kind of looks like a jack spanner. So in American countries, we will call this a wasp. In St. Vincent, we will call them a jack spanner. And it is building a nest. It's building its nest, and its nest is a structure. What materials is it using? Can you make a guess? Okay, I'm going to give you the answer now. So it's using wood actually. So it finds wood that is worn down and it's rotten, and it normally chews it up and it combines it with its spit to arrange it in a way to create a nest, which is its structure. So I'm going to show you the end product. You see how this area is wet here that's adding on, and then it dries and it creates its nest. So it uses its wood and spit combined together. It arranges them in a way to now create a structure. Nice. And this structure is going to be its home. And finally, building a house. What materials do you use to build a house? Let's see. What do we have here? We have steel. We have sand. This is pouring out. It's pouring out some cement. Okay, going to skip through what it is. Blocks. Nice. So what are they going to do with these materials? They are going to build a house. And remember, when you're building a house, you are arranging the materials in a way to get your house's design. So this is a structure. Now, what is the purpose of a house? Why do people build houses? Okay, people build houses to shelter them, to keep them safe from the rain and to keep them safe from storms. Great. So a house is a structure, and we said a house is built with See, the house is almost finished. We have wood inside of it as well. It's built using different materials. So they have steel, they use blocks, sand, board, and cement. And they arrange these materials in a way to create the structure, which is the house. Great work. Let's continue. So now we're going to be doing name the structures. So I am made of fine grains of sand and dirt. I look like a small hill. If you step on me, the animals that call me home would come out and bite you. What am I? What structure is this? It's made of sand and dirt and it's arranged in a way to look like a small hill. What structure is this? It is an ant's nest. So here are some pictures of some ant's nest. And yes, indeed, an ant's nest is a structure. Name the structure. I can be made of wood, fabric, metal, and plastic too. You sit on me and you put your bags and clothes on me too. What am I? This one is very easy. What structure is this? It is a chair. And chairs can be made of different materials. So this one, which one do you think is the most comfy chair? Okay, why do you think that is the most comfortable chair? Right, so chairs are made of different materials for different purposes. Let's continue. I am made of silk and spun by an 8-legged insect. I am its home. Your mom does not like to see me in the house. She sweeps me down from the ceiling. What am I? I am a web. So yes, a web is a structure and spiders' webs are made of silk. And the spider arranges its web in such a way. That's why you see this pretty design. The spider uses a material silk. So it uses silk alone and it arranges it in such a cool looking design, a web. Name the structure. I can be made of concrete, steel, wood, and stone too. People use me to cross streams, rivers, and lakes without getting wet. What am I? What structure is this that you use to cross these bodies of waters and you don't get wet? It is a bridge, right? Bridges can be made of different materials or it can be made of the same material, and they are arranged in this way to go over the body of water so we don't get wet. So it is a structure. Structures in my home. Can you find structures in your home? So remember, a structure is an arrangement of materials. A structure is an arrangement of materials. They can be made of the same material or it can be made of different materials. Now, what are they made of? These structures in your home, what are they made of? And what are they used for? So you're going to create this table in your books, in your notebooks, and then you're going to write the structure. You're going to write what it's made of and what it is used for. And that is the end of our lesson today on structures. Did you learn something new? Did you enjoy the lesson? Is there anything that I can do different for this lesson to make you enjoy it more? Okay, thank you very much for all of your suggestions. Goodbye and good luck identifying structures all around you. So when you see the structures, you're going to say, what is that made of? Is it made of the same material or is it made of different materials? And what is its special job? Because remember that all structures have a special job. So goodbye and good luck again, my dear little scientists.